Shalom. Shalom. All praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. And shalom to the elect B'Shem Rakak Wadash. My name is Yakabo from Plain Tables Camp. It's a response to apostles. 2nd Esdras 15 is already here. Let's play his video a few minutes of his video.
Pull up this map. Give me a second here. Okay, so this is a map of the U.S. and where the hell is the title? So I put in store closing maps, right? So anywhere you see these, okay, that's Connecticut, that's Rhode Island, that's Maryland, the Delaware, that's New Jersey. This is all down south. The Carolinas, look at that. They close.
Right, it must not be updated because there's a lot over here between Jersey and Pennsylvania, which is Philadelphia right here, southeast Pennsylvania. So it must have didn't grab all the store closings, or it didn't update yet, or there's a different map you can click on. But that's a lot of store closings. So 2nd Esdras talks about sedition among men, invading one another, houses spoiled. That's what the store is closing. All right, and it's just the beginning.
Closing all kinds of stores because of you Jakes, you wild ass Jakes. Chicago, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Texas, mainly over here in the Houston area. Then you got Los Angeles, San Francisco. So you go out to like Iowa, Minnesota, South Dakota, North Dakota, Wyoming. These are mostly Edomites. You got Jake mingled up in there, but you got more Edomites, Utah and Nevada, Las Vegas, which is Nevada, Colorado, Arizona. But the major, come on back over here. You got the East Coast. But on this map, on the east, you got all these other areas. Look at that. Up and down the East Coast. Okay.
All right. So read the scripture, then I'll show you the video. 2nd Esdras 15 says, and there shall be sedition among 15 and 16. There shall be sedition among men and invading one another, and they shall not regard the kings nor princes nor court in the course of their actions to stand in their power. Yeah, and we can see it. There's being a lot of robberies and organized. That's major store robberies, looting. All right. It's just that we still have a somewhat order everywhere else. So as we see it more and more, we start looking at that 2nd Esdras 15. Like, wait a minute, these people are invading stores and not caring about getting arrested and law enforcement. All right. Now I don't think there's been any deletion of law enforcement yet through these things. It says a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right, that's coming soon. Soon they're gonna they already started with the curfews. So that's the beginning stages of that. Remember we had the lockdowns and they said you couldn't leave your there was only certain spots that you could leave. Certain for certain reasons you could leave your home. And that was, I believe, worldwide, depending on where you are. All right, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right, so you can see if you keep watching, because Esau, he's a witchcraft. He'll do something and then try to disconnect it from the scriptures. All right, and sometimes we might miss something. Then we go back and look at it. Like, wait a minute, they just fulfilled this prophecy. That's why you got to pay attention closely. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods at the stores. All right, because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. All right. Now, I know it says houses, but stores are houses too. All right. It says, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand against the fight against another. They're mostly, other nations' businesses, or different groups or classes, you could say. All right. Stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right, let's look at these videos I have. I think brothers were sharing, I think this video or another one.
Straight night, looters targeted more than a half a dozen businesses in several neighborhoods early this morning, leaving devastated owners to pick up the pieces. Thursday afternoon, I'm Sarah Bloomquist.
And I'm Brian Taft. The big story on Action News today is the aftermath of 2 days of senseless chaos in Philadelphia. Police announced 6 new arrests connected to this latest round of looting overnight.
Action News reporter Caroline Goggin is live for us now in Crescentville with more on how these crimes are impacting community businesses. Caroline.
Sarah and Brian, these crimes are causing local businesses to shut down temporarily following this looting. We spoke with the business owner of a beauty shop up in Tacony earlier today. She tells us she is currently closed because of the looting. And here at the Fine Wine and Spirits in Crescentville, you can see behind me that looters came. They tore down the gate right by the front door, got inside to ransack the store. And right now, Philadelphia police tell us 58 people have been arrested so far for looting over the past 2 days.
It was another destructive night in the city of Philadelphia. At the Fine Wine and Good Spirits in Crescentville, looters ripped down the metal gate, smashed the glass, and ransacked the entire store.
I don't know that any retailer can be prepared for a situation like this.
Police say 6 people were arrested during the second night of looting. They hit stores like AutoZone, Walgreens, Family Dollar, and Nat's Beauty Supply in Tacony.
On my way here, all I was thinking about is, please, God, don't let it be true. Don't let it be true. Don't let it be true.
Owner Claudia Silmius shared this surveillance video with us. It shows a group of people breaking the glass store-to-door store, running in and ripping items off the shelves and walls.
All my products, all my hair was gone.
Yeah, it still ain't gonna stop them from wearing weave. It says, 2 Ezra 15 and 16, and there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. And they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So only 6 people got caught, I believe, in the previous one. All right, so they got away with it, so to speak. All right, the ones that got away. All right, and they're gonna be robbing each other. All right, let's video play out.
It was heartbroken.
The first round of looting happened Tuesday night, hours after a judge dismissed charges against a police officer who fatally shot Eddie Irizarry. City officials say this looting.
Yeah, this ain't got nothing to do with that. They're lying. If they're trying to correlate that thing, that ain't got nothing to do with it. It just seems like organized crime or opportunists. They're not out there fighting for any injustice or anything like that. That's a bunch of bullshit. If they're saying that, let's just play.
Has nothing to do with the peaceful protests that followed that decision. In response to the looting, the state's Liquor Control Board closed all of its retail locations in the city.
Damn. Now I have a Total Wine a few blocks from me, and they're not in Philadelphia. But damn. Let's see. So I used to live up here in this area. Adams and Roosevelt. And they closed that one? Oh, shit. And they closed, Gerard, Baltimore, Lancaster. Yep. Damaged liquor stores. Well, they said they closed all these because of damage, or they just closed them just to close it? Let me go back.
In response to the looting, the state's Liquor Control Board closed all of its retail locations in the city on Wednesday. Most reopened today.
With the exclusion of 10 stores that are just so badly damaged.
Back at Nat's Beauty Supply.
Yeah, in Philadelphia, all the stores, alcohol stores, are state run in, I believe in either Philadelphia or it's the whole entire Pennsylvania. I'm not sure. I think it's the whole state.
Crews boarded up the front door this afternoon. The owner here now left to pick up the pieces. She's only been open for 5 months and says it took years to get to this point.
Working overnight, late night, morning, days, 6, 7 days a week. And then now this.
And you can tell that woman just understandably upset. So many people devastated by this destruction. Philadelphia police tell us they are investigating 8 burglaries from last night. 6 people were arrested, and they say they are actively investigating right now all of the incidents that have taken place over the last couple of days. We're live in Crescentville. I'm Caroline Goggin, Channel 6 Action News. Sarah?
Yeah, you really feel for that store owner and all the others impacted. Caroline, thank you.
All right, this was today is October 2nd, and this was released on September 28th. All right, it's the second one. Business owner closing stores after Boost Mobile robbed 3 days in a row. Damn.
Criminals targeted a Boost Mobile store in Philadelphia's West Oak Lane 3 days in a row. Surveillance video shows an employee staying calm and standing back as a man police say who was armed with a knife just clears out the cash register. Action News reporter Brianna Smith live for us at police headquarters tonight. In Brianna, you found out the owner put a stop to the crime though on the 3rd day.
That's right, Shar. He felt like he had to take matters into his own hands. The owner said that he lost more than $25,000 this month alone due to robberies and more than $75,000 over the past 6 months. And now the owner is closing stores to protect employees and his business as the suspect remains at large. The Boost Mobile on Ogons Avenue and West Oak Lane is open, but the doors remain locked until customers approach the store. The owner says it's the latest security measure since this location was targeted 3 days in a row.
On the 13th, so we had a robber who came in the store, and there was an employee working over here. He showed the knife, and then he walked away with some cash.
You might have to get armed security. I'm seeing Wawa's over here where I'm at in like North Delaware. They have a security guard in there, but I've never seen them before. Like, oh, see, that's scary. They can call law enforcement faster and act as a deterrent. They ain't gonna touch them anybody. Its job is to report and observe and report. But you're gonna have to get an armed security. You have to pay for that. You lost $75,000, so you could have put in 3 months, or I think a few months, or this year. $75,000. You could have put half of that into an armed guard. And they would have thought twice about coming in there. All right, he'll go into the store. He'll walk around outside, and come back inside, look around. They'll have a supervisor come around and check up on him, some things like that. You want to do that, or you're going to have to operate behind glass like the Moabites do in the hood. The bulletproof glass. Why do you think they got the bulletproof glass in it? So you can't creep up there with the burner and start smacking them around and emptying their shit out. All right, got to change the way you do business. All right, such things are changing. Now I got this Total Wine a few blocks from me. That's huge, like a fortress of wine and alcohol. If they run in there, that's going to be devastating to the area if they close that down. That place is always packed. Every time I drive past, the parking lot's always full. All right, so
Came in the store, and there was an employee working over here. He showed the knife, and then he walked away with some cash.
The same situation happened the next evening. So owner Ankit Tawari was prepared for day 3. He asked Philadelphia police to come to the area, but no officers responded.
I knew to save my store and my property.
No officers responded. So, there you go. No officers responded. So in West Oak Lane, I'm familiar with the area. I used to live in East Oak Lane, Fern Rock area. All right. And that's a sign, especially for the weaker vessels, the weaker people of our nation. I think they're going to continue to get away with crimes and being disrespectful and being pieces of shit. Law enforcement ain't going to be there to help you. All right. That's why you're going to start taking things in your own hand. Getting armed security. That's one way. Operating window service is another way. Providing parking lot security is another way. To help, prevent people from, deter people from getting robbed after they get their product. All right. The cops ain't gonna be there to help. They don't take safety in the system being the same. Oh yeah, mute.
Property and my employee, I have to take the matters in my hand.
That's when Tawari chased the suspect away with a bat, as shown in this surveillance video.
It took like 28 minutes for them to came to the area for the robbery call. So I went.
28 minutes, so over 20 minutes for the response. So that means what? That they're handling other stuff. They're handling other crimes and bullshit too. They pulling people over. They stickers expired. They got tent in their windows. They're watching drug blocks and shit like that. 20 minutes. So you getting your head smashed to fucking. Are you getting violated in some way? They 20 minutes they there while you're all broken the fuck up. All right, which I guess ain't nothing new. Then it's gonna get worse, and they're gonna start locking areas down, because when you have certain parts of the city that aren't being used, they lock it down. Like you got a house, you got a mansion with like 16 rooms, and you're only gonna be in 4. You're gonna turn the lights and the power off in the other rooms, and consolidate the areas. Why waste power? Lock doors. So they're gonna start locking the cities down, if you understand what I'm saying. All right, they're gonna start locking these places down that are less productive. All right, regulating movement. All right, I can see that stemming from robberies, crimes. All right, man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right, because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed. These businesses being destroyed. All right, and men shall be afraid. Let's finish this video out.
Ahead and I filed a police complaint.
Tawari is not only
them to came to the area for the robbery.
That's when Tawari chased the suspect away with a bat, as shown in this surveillance video.
It took like 28 minutes for them to came to the area for the robbery call. So I went ahead and I filed a police complaint.
Tawari is not only worried about the slow police response time, but the future of his business. He says in September, 7 of his stores were robbed, with the latest happening this week during the looting. The 6ABC neighborhood safety tracker shows there have been more than 5,300 robberies in Philadelphia the past 12 months, up 4% compared to the annual average over the last 3 years. Tawari says he has no other choice but to close 2 of his 4% compared to the annual average over the last 3 years. Tawari says he has no other choice but to close 2 of his stores.
I feel sad is because these stores are like my babies, and I have opened them, I have bought them, and I feel sad for the customers as well, but as a business owner also, I just can't keep taking losses like this all the time.
Now, we reached out to Philadelphia police about the officers' response time. They say it's under an internal affairs investigation and cannot comment at this time. Response time. Now, we reached out to Philadelphia police about the officers' response time. They say it's under an internal affairs investigation and cannot comment at this time. As for the suspect, if you have any information about him, contact the detective division.
So that's suspicious. So now I'm thinking, why would it be an internal affairs investigation? That's odd. So basically, I'm thinking what they're doing is waiting till the crime takes place, and or they think the guy's gone and then they'll show up. Because there's no reason for that to be under internal affairs investigation. If they were dealing, because I said before they were dealing with other stuff. If they were dealing with other stuff, there's no reason. If they were not dealing with other stuff, and they could just come, should have just came. But if it's under investigation, then I think they purposely letting these crimes happen, or letting space pass so the guy can get away. I guess to justify their paychecks and shit like that and make it get worse. So, you need cops and all that stuff. So that's very odd for that to be under internal affairs investigations. And they weren't available. If they weren't available, there should be no investigation. This is 6ABC.com, owner closing stores. So this is 12/3/6/9/12 12 stores in Philadelphia that were closing. I believe this is 2023. Target storefront in San
busy.
Yeah, it's been closed. This is a small, limited supply store. They only have certain things there. this is on, I think, Chestnut or Walnut, something like that. Chestnut Street. We went in there a few times, a few years ago. They have limited. It's like one of them rectangle stores. Just really long, limited supplies.
Busy Target store in Center City, Philadelphia, closed up shop today for good. A spokesperson for the retail chain did not specify why the store at 12th and Chestnut Streets is shutting down. About 45 part-time and full-time employees will have the opportunity to work at other locations. That specific Target store opened in 2016. No further information has been released. Busy Target store. Busy Target.
Hi, baby.
Most customers were shocked.
Beth Bath and Beyond and Bye Bye Baby started their going out of business sale. This all coming after the nationwide chain declared bankruptcy over the weekend. Action News reporter Brianna Gallagher, she's live for us tonight in Cherry Hill, where shoppers are trying to take advantage of the deals while those stores are still open. Brianna.
Yeah, great.
Okay, they declared bankruptcy. All right. Let's go to Wawa. So Bed Bath & Beyond declared bankruptcy, huh? Didn't know that. Wawa.
In other news tonight, Wawa stores continue to be easy targets for crime, and the convenience store chain is being forced to close many of its locations early or for good. Action News reporter Bob Brooks is outside.
Yeah, Wawa is supposed to be 24 hours. So when you see a Wawa not 24 hours, that's because of high crime. They probably want on Erie Torresdale. They're probably going to hit that shit next. On Erie Torresdale, near the L. Because that's like in the hood.
One Center City location that recently shut down permanently. Bob.
Yeah, Rick, we are at 12th and Market. That is the Wawa right behind me. It's now closed. The same goes for the Wawa at 19th and Market. The company says it's just not safe anymore. Time and time again tonight, someone would walk up to the doors of the Wawa at 12th and Market only to realize it's now closed. The same goes for the location at 19th and Market. The company has ceased operations at both of those locations, citing continued safety and security challenges and business factors. Tonight, Vincent Jones says he recently witnessed some of that at 12th and Market.
Literally kids just grabbing stuff, and I think that is the only reason they came in there.
And he's worried what's to follow.
I don't know what this means for us as a society, but something needs to be done.
It's no secret. It's been a difficult time for Wawa in and around the
Just something needs to be done. Yeah, they're going that the system is changing. So I mean, they could start locking the city down, partitioning the cities because of crime. You know, robbery is one thing. When people start getting murdered over looting and robberies, then I can see them pulling them more draconian measures. But we'll see. We'll see. We're just watching. We're observing and reporting as it happens.
Came in there.
And he's worried what's to follow.
I don't know what this means for us as a society, but something needs to be done.
It's no secret. It's been a difficult time for Wawa in and around the city. Last week, an armed man walked into a store in Lower Southampton. He pulled a gun on the employees and robbed the cash register. He's believed to be the same man who did the same thing at a store close by in Holland. Back in September, more than 100 teens ransacked the Wawa in Mayfair. And now it's reported several more stores in Northeast Philadelphia and Bucks County are reducing their overnight hours. And now it's reported
that's on Bustleton, and that's the boulevard. I forget the name of the cross street right here, but the boulevard right there. And this is Bustleton right here. So, yeah, that's a busy store too. So I don't know if they're going to. It's a real neighborhood store. Well, no store is exempt.
September, more than 100 teens ransacked the Wawa in Mayfair. And now it's reported several more stores in Northeast Philadelphia and Bucks County are reducing their overnight hours in a move to protect employees and property. And neighbors we spoke with say they get it.
I want them to be safe. So if that's how y'all going to be safe, That's fine with me.
If they're robbing Wawa, what makes you so sure they won't rob you?
There needs to be more police out here, and maybe this won't be happening.
Well, tonight, Mayor Jim Kenney's office released a statement, and part of it reads, city officials have been in communication with Wawa leadership regarding the challenges that they have faced, specifically at certain locations, and we will continue to support them. Rick, a lot of disappointment around these closures. Now, in that case in Bucks County right now, there's a $10,000 reward being offered for information that can lead to an arrest in that case. For now, reporting live in Center City, Bob Roach, Channel 6.
This is October 25th of last year on the 2022. So, it's the same one? Yeah, same one. Different report. Starbucks. This is last year. Starbucks closing Center City, Philadelphia stores. 15 other due to safety concerns. In a total, 16 Starbucks across the country are being closed, primary in Los Angeles and Seattle. That's the West Coast. All right. No, Sears been fucking closed. What the hell are you talking about? It's like a few stores open in the area. Yeah, they talking about a couple years ago. That's the last year. Yeah, man, Rite Aid 60. Damn. Rite Aid is closing 63. This is 2021. Rite Aid is closing 63 stores, about 2% of its footprint. After years of overexpansion. So they've been overexpanding. They've been reinvesting their money and then expanding too fast. But you get the point. Let's go to Target.
Target is closed.
September 27th, 2023. It's short, 23 seconds.
Target is closing 9 stores because of shoplifting. The stores include one in New York City, 2 in Seattle, 3 in Portland, and 3 locations in San Francisco and Oakland. Target says it had previously added security and other anti-theft tools, but they aren't working. Target previously said it was expecting to lose $500 million this year alone because of rising theft.
Wow, that number, when you add it up, it's something else.
Yeah. Target is closing.
Here's some more facts you may be interested in. So Rite Aid closing 22 Philly area stores in the past years as bankruptcy looms. More may shutter. So this is the paragraph here. A few sentences. It says Rite Aid has proposed a bankruptcy plan that would involve closing 400 to 500 of its 2,100 stores in 17 states. The Wall Street Journal reported last week the company has more than $3.3 billion in debt and is facing over 1,000 lawsuits alleging that it oversupplied opioids. The report noted. That's why you see probably a lot of people, strung out too, because of certain drug companies abusing their prescriptions, what people needed. So as that's going to aid in the drugs, it's going to aid in, says for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Because, robberies, crimes are based around opioids or different drugs, and these big companies have their hand in it. Says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Yeah. Some of it's going to be drug fueled too. All right. 1,000 lawsuits. Goodness gracious. I've never even heard of this. September 27, 2023. All right. So that's some more information on the current state of America. America definitely is circling the drain. You got to protect your property, protect your life, and hope you got a plan. Your car secure, your house secure. You got video cameras and a defense. All right, you should have some type of defense in your home. All right, and you got the Holy Spirit protecting us. All right, we've had things happen to us. Certain robberies and everything of property. So you got to have a defense. You got to have evidence, and you be wise moving forward. All right, this is Washington Lane. That's like West Oak Lane, I think. Oh yeah, right here it says 7401 Old Guns Ave. Yeah, it's West Oak Lane. All right, so I think I'll leave it there. I think that's all the scriptures wanted to bring out. Well, just really that main thing, based upon the apostles video. Sure, he has a lot more to say, but I ended there. We had about 30 minutes. So this has been a response to Apostle Tahar's, or the apostles. Second Esdras 15 is already here. Shalom.